Sorry, this required a lot of setup to do things. So this took a big ol' heckin' while. Big ol' heckin' 20 or so minutes. Big ol' time. Big ol' time. Had to like clarify things with people and for reasons. Are you almost on time today? Depends what you clarify on time. Asking if I'm on time? I was on time, but then I forgot to do things, and then I had to clarify stuff. So, basically, I'm as on time as the universe would let me. And thusly, it's not my fault. So, almost on time, fuck you. I almost did a gamer moment there. I have been playing too much League of Legends recently. If there isn't minutes late, is Nick's version on time? Shut up. It's not 20 to 30 minutes late. It's 20 to 30 minutes of letting people arrive. League, ew. Fuck you. As long as you don't play ranked, it's fine. It's fine. Trust me. Trust me, you should partake in League of Legends. You should partake in League of Legends. You should do that. You don't think I want to do that? What, play League of Legends? I swear to God, I'll go play League of Legends on. I won't play it on stream. I will not play League of Legends on stream. I will not play League of Legends. Bad advice, bitch. You play with me. You fucking play with. How long have you been waiting to do that? I saw you arrive here 25 minutes ago. It's a trap. Orb, join us. Join us, Orb. Join us. I promise it's a good time. 30-minute to arrive comment, but I saw you don't have the content label, so I imagine the joke instead. Imagine these nuts sliding between your cheeks. Fuck you, I don't think you want to do that. Oh, yes, I have standards. Why am I a simp? What? I'm not even simping over anything. I'll simp over your ma. You've been waiting for that since last stream. That is simpage. That is simpage. Having standards, my standards are women who scare me. Always have been, always will be. Shut up. Oh, that was no good. Okay. That was not good. That was not good food. Hang on. Hang on. It's so dry. Ah. 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 There we go. Sorry, I just have to get that down me. Wait, I should to go live on Blueski. Hang on, I always forget to do this. Blueski.io. Free clip? Why are you clipping that? Why is that clippable? What part of that is useful for any of you in your weird fan fiction dungeons of a life? What possible way could any of that be a free clip? Woman who scare you, you relate. I just could say woman. I could just say woman. Don't fucking lie to me. Exactly. Exactly. It's free content, be grateful. What are you contenting that with? What are you contenting? What are you content with? Oh, what? Okay. Okay, Orb, you're here for like 2 seconds, and you've already covered me in stickies. Are you that pent up? Okay, it's getting worse. For some reason now they've stopped going on. Wait. Wait. For some reason it's always the Yuri lover one that breaks. Hang on, let me deploy. Okay. Okay, wait, let me deploy a fat one. Hang on, let me deploy some shit. Let me slowly deploy this. But I am a Yuri lover. Nah. Can I just deploy this to myself? Am I allowed? Can I cover me in stuff myself? Is this allowed? Are you allowed? Is this okay? Um um let's I'm not sure why some of these don't work sometimes, and unfortunately there appears to be a break where if you attempt to activate all of them, at some point it just says no, and we don't know why. At the coverage level, I'm being covered right now. Mel, can you do it? Can you do the stickies? Can you? The flat one didn't go off, and the Yuri lover didn't go off. You wanted me covered in. Okay, of course you did. Bam 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 badam badadam bam. Um, are we able to do that? It's your first time back in a while. That sounds like somebody has not been doing their due diligence. Da da dabba dabba da. Abba dabba do. Every time I take a bite of this, we can't talk for like 10 minutes. Because my mouth is so dry. Now, Pyro, for once, you are making sense. Because I did a poll. Ah, fuck. How is it a tie? How are both polls a tie? How? Okay, well, we're just gonna pick the one that I had everything set up, because I set everything up. You're streaking for 30 streams in a row. That's wild. I, as a member of the internet, did polls to decide the outcome of the stream, and the Warhammer one was winning, and now it's a draw. However, I got all the stuff to do the Warhammer one because it was winning. So we now have the stuff to do Warhammer. Let's not let Pyro sort them out. I don't think whatever you want to sort out is allowed on Twitch. Now, welcome to my incredibly clapped setup. It's clapped, and it is not good. But this is what we are working with, because I don't have a good camera. So this is what we have. The poll in which you were incredibly unhelpful and by ending in a tie twice. Exactly. Exactly. So welcome to our poll result. This is not our poll. We're not showing our poll on Twitch. We're showing the poll result on Twitch. Ignore my food. It's like coconut cake. Do you want cake? Do you want a macaroon? Do you want? Okay, no one wants my cake. It's so bad at letting me speak. It's so dry, but it's so good. I'm not entirely sure what that says about me, but we're gonna go with it. Now, I don't have the best setup to do this, so we're kind of gonna go with what we're gonna go. We have options. Now, the reason I put this on the poll, am I girl next today? Oh, this is a reference to a genuine article. Wait, I should probably show this. This is a genuine thing. Wait, hang on. Hang on. Wait, we can just look at my Twitter. Hang on, wait, we can just look at my Twitter. I need to know how to react to hands appropriately. That's so funny. I can make it worse for you. Are you more of a fan of, like, punk or biker? I don't understand why you keep bringing up the banana. That was actually, like, 6 months ago. Take a guess. I don't fucking know. That's why I asked. Ready? You are such a just general mess of a person. I have no fucking clue. I have no fucking clue. Give me a guess. Anyway, this article came out today. This new research claims all headphones contain toxic chemicals that might be migrating to our bodies. Now, I made some several tweets about this today. Under the Eldritch New World Order, headphones will become mandatory for all men. You should like and retweet this if you wish for this to be true. Because in this article, we are told, as reported by The Guardian, a Hungarian research and campaigning body found that headphones contain chemicals that can cause cancer, neurodevelopmental problems, and the feminization of males. So according to scientific research, all males are being force-femmed by headphones. And that is why you should subscribe to the Eldritch New World Order so we can fem our men. Amen. Fem the men. Everyone put your hand up if you wish to fem all men. Put your hands in the air. Put them in the air. Don't lie to me. When I go to a simping competition, but Kiwi's already there. Spoiler alert, you all lost. Yeah, November must be a hard month for you, huh? I'm not sure how good of a month that's gonna be. Being femmed, yeah, alright, you can deal with that. I'm well aware you can. What the fuck? Yeah, Kiwi, you should wear headphones more. Apparently. Yes, so it's like one study and it's probably not true because this company isn't exactly reliable. More women for us all. But yeah, this company isn't exactly reliable. It's a very alarmist thing, and they're basically saying by wearing earphones, you're like migrating feminizing chemicals into your body. That's probably not true. However, femme the man. This is what I say to you, creatures. Those who follow me follow into the path of glory, where our men shall be femme. And all those who fight against the feminization of men and boys shall be... It turns the frogs... Yes, you are correct, Pyro. The headphones are turning the frogs gay. The French will be the first to be femme. This is confirmed. This is confirmed. Used to hate wearing headphones that you didn't get feminized enough. There you go. There you go. Well, I'm gonna have another bite of cake. Hang on, I'm not gonna be able to speak. Yes. Okay, that one was quite wet. Hang on. Can you duct tape headphones to your partner's ears to fan them now? Are they consenting? I feel like the consent is the important part with this one. I feel like that's the importance. The important bit. Okay. So, the reason that you have your mouth full, already learned that there's a possibility I'm a girl and is now such a slut. That's what's happened. That's what's happened here, right? It's so fucking cold. Fuck the cold harder then. Okay. So, we have options, even within Warhammer, because I am really bad at getting stuff done. Okay? Hey, I'm not that bad. Hey, I'm not that bad, guys. I'm not that bad. I'm not that bad. So we have options because I don't get Warhammer stuff done well. So I have several unfinished models plus a massive back catalog. So actually, oh, we're say so again. Okay, wonderful. Just know who she can be down bad for it without having another identity crisis. That's so funny. Yeah, we have optiones because I have many models, either A, not finished, or B, and not started. Do we need to go through every single model I have in my collection that is still in the box, or do we just want to look at the ones that are primed? It really depends. Do people want painting today, or do people want just a bunch of snipping and gluing? Because I actually have two separate models that are in the process of being painted. What's our preferences, gang? You want women. Neither of them are women. Well, actually, I do have a box of women, actually. Ready. Ready. You won't believe this. You won't believe this. However, I actually have... Wait, I'm gonna move my water so I don't knock it. I actually have several boxes of only woman. I actually have several boxes of just woman. You won't believe this, but there's a whole faction that's just woman. No way. I fucking know, right, man? Woman. Yes, woman in armor. Indeed. So what would we like? If we're doing painting, today, I cannot do the woman because they are not cut out. If we are doing not painting, I can cut out woman, but they will not be painted or primed. Can't really prime because it's like I can't use spray primer inside. I'd have to pre-prime it. Indeed. Indeed, Orb. Indeed. Indeed. So what's our preferences? We painting or we snipping? I also have so many options of what we would snip. How is Mel our god? Okay. Tell me this. Mel has done nothing. Mel has done nothing for you. I have set up all of this. I give you options. Mel just wants you to suffer. Huh? You really want to give Mel the chance to make you suffer? Maybe a poll? Sure. Do you want to make use of all the painting stuff that I've gotten out? Or do you want to... I suppose I could just show all the options. I could just show every single thing. That probably makes more sense. Okay. Here's the two models that I have half painted. Firstly, I have this guy. This guy is a Deathwing Knight. He's painted not in Deathwing Knight colors because I don't like the bone white. I think it looks fine, but I want to paint him in the same color scheme. For anyone who's not a Warhammer nerd, this must be shit. This is gonna be so stupid. The pyro is gonna be gooning in a corner. Because I want them painted in the same color scheme as the lion. So I'm currently, because previously, my previous one looks like this. But it's too black, in my opinion. I want it to be greener. But he's too black. So I'm trying out a different color scheme. Also just trying out different colors for the heraldry. I've done silver for one of them. I did red for one. I've got like purple for this one. I don't know if you can really see it, actually. I've been gooning for like 2 months. I didn't need to know that. That seems unnecessary, but this one has like purple heraldry. I've been trying things out, but currently I'm trying to get the base, the color scheme done. If black want it to be greener, reverse wicked plot. I wouldn't know, but so with this one I've started out with like a teal green type thing, and I'm currently in the process of trying to darken it, and then he's got his robes. I'm pretty happy with the robes. The robes are cool. It's like reddish, and then he's got kind of a yellowish like back color to them. I quite like them. But he hasn't done any of his little specific stuff, so it'll just be me darkening his color. And then he also has a shield. This is also just base coated, just in red. So that's one option. If any anyone happens to be a Warhammer fan, I'm sure you're loving this. If you're not a Warhammer fan, you have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about. And you know what? Good for you. The other one, I keep losing his arm. Second one, because I do not play the tabletop in person. I play it on Tabletop Simulator because I do not have enough money to shell out for an entire army. I like painting specific models that look cool. So the other model I have currently printed out is this bad boy. I mean, Warhammer's... I guess there's games. I guess. I ain't a millionaire, I wish. Other guy I have to paint that I'm halfway through is this, the Parasite of Mortrex. He is a Tyranid. He can impregnate you. Ready, do not moan. I'm currently in the process of painting him in, like, snow camouflage, so I've got the bottom half of him is kind of painted like ice, kind of. I've also done kind of like a purplish blue for the stingers. I'm gonna do like a little bit of a blue coat on them, and then the most of him is unpainted, but it's gonna be a lot of like white and a lot of ice. Again, his underside needs to be a bit icier. I've got some fluorescent blue for his eyes as well. I'm painting him in snow camouflage because I have some Wolfguard Terminators to fight. He is missing an arm because it's here, because it keeps coming off while I'm painting. So I'm just gonna stick it on when I'm done, because it's in a really tight hole. So, do we want to finish painting one of these two today? Well, we probably won't finish. Do we want to do some painting of those two today, or do we want to just snip stuff out and glue it together? Because that's the other option, is I just snip things out and I glue. Because in terms of stuff I have to snip and glue, I have a lot. What's our preference, chatty senpai? Because I have several fucking boxes that are just behind me. I also have other models not painted, but they're not even primed either. Because I also have... Because I also just have a dragon. I just have a D&D silver dragon. It's not painted. Oh, it's not primed, so we can't paint it. I'm dumb and you don't understand much, but here's your support way. It's a simpy way. But yes, I also do just have this. Orb, you are in a relationship. But she's not painted. Not primed, so we can't paint her. But she is here. It's more so to show how much of a backlog I have. They also say hands. How dare them? I do not have boy milk. It's not real. Who's in a relationship? My mod, Orb. It's for Kiwi, Pyro, and Reddy, not you. I don't believe you. So, what we do in chat? We painting. I'm gonna take these gloves off because I feel like this is like the worst thing I could wear while I'm painting. I feel like that's just awful. We're either painting dark green and like leather, or we're painting fucking show more skin. Hand skin. Wow, why is every woman so into hands? Painting sounds good? Okay. Then are we painting are we painting Icy Tyranid? Or member of the lesser known Green Man group? Wow, the size difference is so So a lot. For reference, in lore, this man is about 8 foot tall. 8.5 actually, because he's in Terminator armor. For reference, in lore, this man's about 8 foot tall, and he's this tall. In comparison. This is an ambush predator. This Warhammer is wild, because this guy hides and stabs you. Just in case you ever had nightmares. And a red orc. I do not have any orcs because I fucking hate orcs. Size difference and an ambush predator do carry on. Orb, what? What happened to you? I played D&D with you and you're the normal one. What the fuck happened? What the fuck happened? Is Silmar gonna be actually wild next time? Or is it just because he has to deal with the dragon bimbo? Is that what's taming him? Because this shit's wild. At least if we're painting, I don't have to show off my pile of shame. It's not that big. It's not that big. It's not that big of a pile of shame. I swear. Thoughts, preferences, opinions. I couldn't take charge. I'm just giving options because I like to be nice. You are now messaging and thus your confidence has skyrocketed. Okay, so I just need to gag you. And you become more confident. Good to know. Mandatory D&D talk. I mean, it wasn't mandatory. This is just, like, the only other player in my D&D group who's reliably here. That's who this is. There's, like, 2 of us. Take charge, then? Okay, we're painting... we're gonna do a poll. Actually, because I can't decide. Poll. Who are we painting? Deathwing Knight. Tyranids. Parasites of Mortrex. I can't believe somehow this community doesn't have a single Warhammer fan, and I think that's very funny. Am I more boy or girl today? Info is needed for a message. That concerns me, Orb. That concerns me. Blech. Don't like making choices unless I'm told the only choice is that you choose. Okay, so that's so bottomy. I don't even know who that is. You have 2 options. It's a 50-50. You could flip a coin. This should not be a difficult... It should not be a difficult comparison. Are we painting a Deathwing Knight? Or a Tyranid? What do we... Which of the 2 are we going for? We got ice, and we got green, or we've got ice. That's like... our only options. I do like the way this turned out. I'm really new to painting. I painted like 3 models before this one. I really like the way the ice turned out. And it turned like a good brat. What the fuck does that mean? What the fuck? There's a poll, bitch ass. You can literally cast your vote into the ether. Your opinion holds as much weight as any chatter. You did? Slut. His ball's gonna last 3 minutes. You've got until those 3 minutes are up. Tell me as well. You just want to be rude to me. You feel somehow empowered that you're in my chat. Which is which again? I mean, I feel like it's fairly obvious which one's which, Kiwi. I feel like this is fairly obvious. I feel like by the names you can tell. I don't I don't think this one's particularly difficult, not gonna lie. I don't think you really can question this one. not gonna lie, Kiwi. As you've said, you're dumb. Clearly. Deathwing is not the horrible monster looking one. Crazy orb, I know. That's shocking. Wow, this is a clean sweep. Unlike Games Workshop, we do not like we do not like Space Marines out here. Don't sad emoji me. This is your fault. You could be intelligent. You choose not to be. This is your fault. Being intelligent is too much work. Bottom ass. You ask dumb questions to call it a day. Agreed. Damn, Orb is just brutal. Orb turns up at one point and is fucking brutal. Okay, it's a clean sweep. There is one person. Whoever voted for the Deathwing Knight, put your hand up so we can make fun of you. You're agreeing that being intelligent is too much work. Amass a ball of soda and call it a day. Ah, is this why you suck at answering questions in D&D? Okay, you say being intelligent is too much work. You keep drafting the highest intelligence characters out of our parties. What's your fault? Never dumb yourself down for men, and now if you're a woman, carry on and proceed. Don't forget puzzles. You are a little shit at puzzles. Which is problematic when my characters have intelligence of 9. Alright, let's paint some shit. Okay. What do I want to do to you? I should probably finish base coating everything. I haven't actually decided what I want to do for the wings. My general idea with this paint, right, is that I'm painting him like he's ambushing a snow planet. So the bottom side was going to look like ice if he was hanging on the ceiling, and the top side was going to look like snow if he was on the ground. So I think I'll do like a grayish for the wings, and then chuck some like cold white over the top. Let's just see how it looks after I do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. Problem is, I now have to shake this. And I now have to shake this paint a shit ton. And it's kind of annoying to do. So, while I, do this, how's everyone's day going? Welcome to Painting Warhammer. If you've never painted Warhammer before, it's a hobby you should absolutely get into. It's very fun. You have many, many options. Censor for content label reasons. Reddy, do you want a really fun fact about trying to cause these paints to not separate? The best way to do this is with something that goes buzz, buzz, buzz. Is actually better and you get more motion. I'm not falling for this. I'm not stupid. You don't have the money to start painting figures? Fair enough. Look for ones you get on offer. So for this one, this Parasite of Mortrax, I actually got for $9.99. Orb, I actually have yours behind me. I actually have yours literally here in this room with me. Orb, you're chatting shit. It's literally behind me. It's literally here. It's literally here. It's weird to watch a handcam stream. Do you not watch the cocktail streams? We can be friends. Don't do anything to the model, right? I'm gonna draw a giant fucking cock on it. I'm gonna do such nasty things to it. You're gonna have to lick it clean. Face revealing to you. You all should be a concept in my head, nothing more. Oh, but look at this, hands. Ooh, 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 hands, hands. Get distracted, get distracted. Never mind, do things to the model. Orb. Right, let me get a bunch of white colors. My paints, for reference, are all over here. Hence why I'm over here. Hello. I'm over here. I'm just gonna do snow for now. I'll grab the blues if I need them. For ice. I need to work again. Actually, probably won't get to that. Don't think I'll need. Yeah, I doubt I'll need. I'm not gonna get to it. Okay. I have an even whiter white, but we might not get to it, so I might not need to. And it comes in a tube because it's got titanium in it. Pretty cool, right? Positive furry. What is the name of my fursona? What the fuck, bro? Bro, ready? You are such a bottom. Okay. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna start with something called a contrast paint. This is a contrast paint. Um, um, I've seen the fursuit. No, you haven't. You are attempting to say that I own a fursuit, while I know for a fact there's an image of you in a Playboy bunny costume. Do not fucking try me. Do not fucking try me. Bitch, I get warm just being in my room. Do you think I would actually want to wear something that was that warm? I would actually die. I would be dead. I would be unfucking conscious. Now, I know you're supposed to, like, thin this a little bit with, like, contrast paint. I don't bother for contrast paints, frankly. I just don't care. What brush do I want to use? What brush do I want to use? We're covering quite a wide area, so I'm fine with using this one, I think. I kind of just want to get it everywhere. Yeah, no, I kind of just want to cover it. I'm gonna do this. And embarrass what you're proud of. I'm not trying to. I can embarrass you about what you're not proud of. The sticky note should be put on IRL. I do not use sticky notes. I had to do a dissertation on the Odyssey, and I used 377 sticky notes. I think I might have used more. I was averaging 3 sticky notes a page. I refuse to use them anymore. Also, you can't see my body functionally. That's a lot of stickies. It was a lot of stickies. It was a lot of stickies. It was a lot of stickies. Now, I'm not the best at painting. I have not been painting for forever. So, we kind of just go with what we can do. And we just hope that it goes well. I don't even have any thinning agents. It's water or nothing. I have an oil paint in here. And we might get to using it today. It is such a pain to work with if you can't thin it. And I don't have any alcohol-based thinners. Which I think you kind of need. But I'm basically... So this is a contrast paint. And the point of contrast paints is they basically recede, I guess is the way to do it. Basically they flow into the cracks more. So you kind of get a general appearance. If you want to know how to actually like paint models, I recommend looking up someone who knows how to do it better. But basically you start with priming and then you go into painting. So these are primed in something called a zenithal, where the inside is painted, or the underside or whatever you want shadows to be is spray painted black with primer. And the side that you want light to be on is painted white. And it basically just instantly creates your shadows. There's a technique to doing it. You spray from like a certain angle, and you basically, you can see if you look at it, there's already like dark patches behind stuff. Makes stuff work a bit, just makes it nicer. You don't have to immediately paint from scratch, which is nice. Yeah. Hospital? Yeah, ready, is it hospital time, or are you staring at hands and it's giving you an aneurysm? Is that what's happening? Freddy, we're getting concerned. Bam, 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 bam. I do actually have a magnifying glass on my light that I use for my face tracking. It's very good for this when you get into like really tight cracks. Is the bottom key smash? And that what bottoms do? They send the hands and then create new passwords in response? I wouldn't know. I don't get the hands thing. Why are hands a thing? Hands to me are the same category as like feet. Like I have the same response when I look at hands as I do at feet. It's like that's just a ligament. Bitch, that's just part of someone's body. I'm also ace, so I'm not a reliable indicator of how things should be. You don't want to let it like actually pool. That's one thing. My cat was walking your computer. I don't believe you. I think if your cat was walking your computer, you would have done something about it a lot faster. But as you can see, right, this side, which has had the contrast paint on it, you see it kind of flows into the cracks and they look a bit more visible. Versus this other side where it's not dried yet, it's a little bit more, you can't see them. You hate feet, they're your enemy. What did feet ever do to you? Because, like, I'll let you in on a little secret. You have 2 feet. I'm okay with it not looking perfect, because this is an ambush predator. They're supposed to blend in. And stuff is not perfect. I'm okay with there being gaps of lighter and darker. I'm gonna paint that on anyway. It makes it easy. Cooking stream, making Swedish banana pizza. As I've said before, I do not currently have the capacity to do any kind of cooking stream. But we now have a smooth coat across the back. I like looking at your own feet either. That's concerning. Have you seen a medical professional about the fact that you do not wish to exist? Always remember to wash off your brushes. Okay. So. Yes. Well, I'm sorry. Oops. Nixie stepped on the landmine. Ooh woo. Okay. Up next, we're going to do something called dry brushing. So, dry brushing is something we do where, essentially, I'm going to take my wet palette here, which this is, if everyone doesn't know what this is basically a sponge that is wet with a piece of paper on it. Basically, what we're going to do is we're going to take our paint that we're going to apply. What are you owing to? Ready? What's happening? And basically, what we're gonna do, yeah. So as you see, there's a little bit like a gap here. I'm gonna assume there just wasn't enough primer on there. That's actually not an issue for this paint job. It would be an issue for some. It's actually not an issue for this one. Actually, I did miss a bit. To be fair, I did miss a bit. So I'm just gonna grab my brush and paint it. For some, that would be an issue. For this one, it's not, because again, he's not supposed to be perfect, identical on both sides. He's supposed to be trying to blend in. So, if he looks a little bit weird, that's fine, actually. I'm just gonna do his legs as well with contrast. Just to get it into all the gaps, just so that we have a nice layer of white to go off of for everything that is going to be snow shaded. For everything that is going to be ice shaded, it's going to look a little bit differently. So I'm not going near it, but anything that's going to be snow shaded is going to have just this layer of contrast, because it's just a good base to build up whites from. Is what I found, essentially. I'm not doing this all. However, I guess it's true we can't call Nyx a twink or femboy. However, the option of woman is there, you believe. Are you dripping? Is that what's happening? Are you asking for permission to be yourself? Well, the reason we're not doing the crest of the back of his head is that's already painted. That's already done. I've done the top of his head. I don't think you can call me a brat. Or why have you started calling me a brat? What happened? What happened? Why did you do this? What made you begin? Alright. That is everything that is going to be snow colored has now got a layer of contrast on it. Girl bat or boy brat shall be determined. I am not a brat. Don't be fucking stupid. Let that dry before I put that away. So, we have our dry brush. Brat boy sounds better. It doesn't sound good either way. For none of these, this sounds good. If you have a dry brush, you want a brush that looks kind of like this. And I'm going to decide what we're going to dry brush. I think we start with a white. Yeah, okay, let's start with a normal white, and then we'll go to a cold white. Well, actually, which of these two is, like, whiter? I think cold white is whiter than dead white, so we're going to start with the dead white. And what we're going to do is we're going to put a little bit on our palette. And I'm going to dab the brush in it. And get some of it off. Yeah, we're going to get most of it off. And again, we're going to just literally get most of this off. If you have a glove, this is a great option to use it. But we're going to get the majority of this paint off. See, I'm just going to literally just rub it off on my hands until there's only like a little bit on. And then we're basically... Grammar is an important concern. Basically, what we're going to do is we're going to lightly, basically, dust over the top. And what's going to do is it's going to deposit paint only on the highest points. And we're going to use it to immediately give highlights. I might have actually gotten too much paint off. I'm going to thin this paint first. This paint is too thick for some reason. We're gonna thin it first, and then we're gonna... Is this wet palette dry already? Yeah, there we go. That's appropriately thinned. Let's try this again. And get the most of it off. So that only a little bit is getting deposited at a time. And you need a little bit of pressure to deposit anything. And then we're literally just going to dust over the top of it. Just gently, and it's going to deposit just on the highest points. Now, if you do this something with a lot of points, like a Space Marine, for example, or down his front, it's only going to leave paint on those highest points. Because these are quite open, it's going to put paint kind of all over it, but especially on the highest points. And that's kind of what we're looking for. You basically want to keep going in one direction. And it's going to leave stuff. So... because we're trying to get it to look like snow, it's not really focusing. This was focusing better when I was testing the camera. It kind of... You'll see it a little bit. Basically, it's showing the shadows more. And it's primarily covering the top side and not the bottom side, which is giving a little bit of lighting just initially in there. Anything else we can follow up with just straight up painting it on. But it's just to get the initial shading done. And then, I'm just going to dry the brush off. And then I'm going to get my even whiter white, which is going to be my cold white. There's a little bit of paint in the top of this, I think. There we go. This one pulls out a lot more. But I'm gonna... this is just water in this dropper, by the way. If you're curious, I just have a water dropper for painting. It's the same dropper I use for, like, making bitters for cocktails. But we're just gonna do the same thing, just with an even whiter white. To give more extremes. And we're gonna use even less paint for this. Because, again, we want even more extremes. And it's called dry brushing because you want your brush almost completely dry. Ready, like you're not, like you're any better, let's be honest here. Let's be honest here, Reddy. You are no fucking better. I actually got too much paint off there. Friendly fire art content. True. Truth. But yeah, if you're doing something like a vehicle or something with a lot of stuff and no wide open space, dry brushing makes a little bit more sense. I'm doing it here specifically for the effect it's going to give in a scenario in which you're not supposed to dry brush. Can you remind me in 20 minutes your food is done? Set an alarm. I don't remember when my food's done, bitch. How much remember when yours is? And then I'm also going to use the same brush to cool the white in certain areas for lighting. We are no longer dry brushing. This is just a convenient brush for this. Because we're just using a bunch of whites, it's going to be really hard to see the effect on this shitty camera that I have. So you'll just have to trust me that it's looking spicy. I mean, 30 minutes you need to call your dads? No. Because you're really tired and it's easier to use to remind me your food's done. I don't think it is. I feel like it has to be harder. I can't get Twitch chat to do anything, so how are you going to get Twitch chat to do something? When you frankly have less authority than I do. Okay. Basing. Done. Now let's actually just do highlights. Let's actually do some painting. White. And water. You're asking you? You want me specifically to do it? That's a straight up no then. I do not know how time works. I have ADHD. It specifically says you do not know how time works. I can't get you to do things because you're dumb, not because you're of any authority. Selecting a brush. Honestly, the hardest part. How fine do I have to be for any of this, actually? To be honest, I should have started with gray. Okay, I kind of fucked up a little bit. I should start with the gray. Right? Yeah. Right? How do I want to do this? How do I want to do this? How do I want to do this? I want to sty for... You also have time blindness? I'm sure. Let's do some of this blue, actually. I fancy doing some of this blue. I'm gonna save the gray for some other parts. Okay. This is fine enough. Alright. Also, you're clearly not that much smarter than me if you're asking me for stuff. Dumbass. Alright. Smartest person in this chat, me. Obviously. Bam bam. Da 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 da. You've been diagnosed with ADHD since you were 10 years old? I got diagnosed 2 weeks ago. So get fucked, loser. I wouldn't put you in top 3. Bitch, I'm in law school. What the fuck do you mean? That's rude. Which is always a funny fact to tell people. Nobody believes me. I mean, the terrifying fact of trying to find a law job. Da, da, da. Da, 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 da. A little bit of a blue highlight all of this sinew. And I'm going to top it in some white, maybe some gray later on. I want it to be a little bit like there's kind of like icy blood running through this. I debated giving it like a little bit of like a fleshy, like pinkish hinge. I think I want to go more with cool and creepy. Which is my right. I have this guy fight a bunch of space wolves anyway, so getting clapped in that exchange. And yet you don't want to be my lawyer, in which case I do medical malpractice. I don't want to do medical malpractice cases. Sounds annoying. I could have taken the easy route and got a traineeship for a law firm that did that. But no. I want to do IP law. I want to protect artists. Now I have to go find a law firm that does that. That also has reasonable hours. What do you mean I want to work 9 to 5 at a law firm? Because I want to stream in the evenings. How long? I have no idea, Pyro. I am painting. I do not have enough attention for time right now. Consider don't commit medical malpractice. True. Just don't do that. It's surprisingly not difficult to not commit medical malpractice. Also, I don't know South American law. What the fuck? That's cool. It's not even something I'm doing. Something I want to do. I'd love to tell you what my dissertation's on, but I can't because if it gets published, I would dox myself. Because it's on a very up-and-coming topic. And there's a non-zero chance of it getting published. So Hence why I really got to grind to get it done, because I have to read about 30 articles by tomorrow. Just stressful. And I have to deal with family that are visiting, and I don't want to do that, frankly. Not particularly neat, but it doesn't have to be, because I'm going for a glow effect. More than just straight up color right now. Initial is like a very wet blue, and then I'm going to make it less wet when I want to do fine work. So obviously then it will drip less. See, I would actually read your thing if it got published, but then again, privacy matter. Yeah, see, this is the thing. I don't want to get doxxed, and also it wouldn't be relevant to you, frankly, because it would be on Scots law, and also not only would it be on a law that you are not affected by, it's purely theoretical, and goes on the base assumption that you already know what you're reading about. It's not a from scratch type shit. Do a second coat of blue. I'm pretty sure this color is literally just called like green blue or something. Sorry, light blue green. Don't share personal information with friends. That's very parasocial. You can't parasocially dox me retroactively. In the future. You can't beat me at 4D interdimensional chess. I will throw so much bullshit at you, you won't know what even hit you. And if you don't know, then I don't know. Mwahahaha. Bitch. You like learning new things? You wouldn't really be learning anything. Because you wouldn't even have a base understanding of the basic law principles that I would be discussing applying to a completely novel situation. The only thing I'll say about it is it's relevant to AI artists. And it's a big fuck you to them. Shocking, VTuber hates AI artists. Oh no, clip me out of context, red-pilled losers. Get fucked. Woman don't like your stupid-ass breath. Where I'm from was having trouble with his thesis, environmental engineering, because of CIH. She helped him at his homework and with making presentations despite not knowing a single thing. Yeah, I have a friend who's helping me read cases because... Not that I don't know what the case is about, I just need the fucking quotes out of them. Let's go for a third coat. I'm gonna make it a little bit splotchier now. Building up the glow. There's a technique called glazing. You may have also heard it referred to when anyone implies an interest in literally anything. The great thing about the color scheme that I'm doing is I don't have to be neat. And I think that's the best part about this one. I explicitly do not want to be neat, which makes this a lot easier. Well, I don't have to be neat for this part. I have to be neat for other bits, but... When you're doing lighting effects, you do not have to be neat. Great, I actually have some fluorescent paint that I'm gonna chuck on this. The eyes. I chuck some on some of this as well. I have like a fluorescent blue. I also have it for some armor. I'm gonna make some of this a little bit bluer because it's a little bit whiter than I would. Okay. I'm gonna check this on the inside as well. Did you hear woman in that sentence? You did not. But we now have our glowing blue light veins. Looks so good. Thank you, thank you. I mean, I'm not sure how much you can pick up. I really like the way I did the ice for the tail. This was a technique I just stole from someone, but it came out really well. Next, we're gonna tackle some of the insides. Where I'm going to chuck. Am I or no? I want to finish the outside first. I want to do the outside first. I'm surprised no one here has developed a Warhammer addiction. I feel like y'all are like Warhammer coded. It's just a general rule of thumb. I look at y'all and I'm like, damn. Y'all are freaky bitches. Okay. Next part that I want to do for here. Yeah, okay. I'm going to take some gray and I'm going to use it to do the creases in its wings. What's parallel playing? What do you mean? This is going to be Fenrisian gray. Not your fault you have something better to do. I would argue it's exactly your fault that you have something better to do. I do have a better paintbrush than this, but I'm not going to use it right now. But yeah, we're going to take some Fenrisian gray. And I'm not going to water this down as much because I would like to be a little bit neater. Not going to water it down though, because you should water down your paints. As a general rule of thumb, otherwise it's going to be quite annoying. Okay, there we go. That's the texture I want. This is great because y'all don't do this. So y'all think I'm great, and I'm so ass. It's very fun. But yeah, I'm going to work on the creases in its wings. And basically just darken them with some gray instead of the white. And I'm also going to do any other fleshy parts in a gray. I say fleshy parts, more like, no. But I'm basically going to pick parts where the wings would crease slightly. And we're just going to basically flick some gray through it. Very light gray. It's like a wolf coat gray. And watch anyone else. Watch this be Kiwi's next hyperfixation. Once the Minecraft what ends, Kiwi's gonna be a fucking Warhammer fan. I'm making Kiwi poorer. The more I say, the more poor Kiwi becomes. Look it through here. decrease it slightly. It's just very, very faded. I'm literally flicking like a tiny amount of paint through it, and then I'm wiping it slightly. Just so it's kind of hinting at the crease. Rather than actually, like, drawing creases on. What? What do you mean, what? Da, 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 da. And this section down here that is also white, but it's kind of shadowy. I'm gonna also do is gray as an overcoat. And then I'm gonna lighten it afterwards. But I'm gonna start it with a dark. And then I'm gonna bring it some light. Side has a lot more crease than the other one, so we're gonna go a little bit darker. And we're gonna smooth all this out, so it's not gonna be like streaks of gray through it. I have some white tossed over the top of it. Just to kind of glaze. Make cocktails my dinner sheet, drink water instead. That depends. Have you drank enough water today? You could also make a mocktail. That's not out of the question. And for the inside, go a little bit more of an instinct there. Almost 4 liters of water. That is a lot of water, to be fair. If you wanna, I don't know of any reason why you should not do that. Because I do not know you personally. I am not responsible for your decision making. Please drink responsibly. Okay. 1 energy drink. Kiwi, drink some fucking water. Alright. Now, here's the problem I have, right? I need to do the really sharp highlights of whites. But to do those, I have to deal with the oil paint, and I don't have any alcohol thinner. I don't really wanna. I guess I could just do like a general glaze jet, like now, as it is. No. We're not promoting unhealthy habits here, Kiwi. Health is wealth. Oh, please don't drip onto the sponge. Okay, I'm gonna take a really thick brush. Don't fucking sad face at me. Honestly, it's still a little bit too thick. Oop, that was a bit too much water. It's fine. Try not to mix in the gray. But we're going to make a really, really light glaze of really cold white. And I'm going to glaze the top of everything. It is basically just a really low deposit of paint. I'm going to go over everything, and it's going to just kind of blend the colors together. So that it doesn't all look like a completely separate thing. Because right now it looks like there's, patches of gray, patches of blue. It's all supposed to be the one guy. So we're gonna basically just glaze the whole thing. And then do highlights over the top of it. So for example, if stuff needs to be more blue, we add the blue on top of the glazed color. You thought I said bush? Why the fuck would I be talking about a bush? We ain't playing Fortnite out here. So a glaze is basically where you get, like, a really high percentage of water to color and use it to slowly build up color. It's great for doing lighting, because you can just kind of slowly build it up. And make very, tailored gradients. And we're going to get the white in that dark crack as well. Really show it. And then I'm also going to glaze the shoulders and back that I've previously colored to be a little bit grayer than they need to be. And we can basically just slowly build up a general white on top of everything else. And then when we want the extreme highlights, we just add them. Free the bush. Ready? You have issues. But so far, it's not going to look like that when it dries. But it's a little bit more of like extreme white instead of like a gray. But you just basically slowly build up from the gray over time, because then you get the gray in the shadows, which is going to be an actual white. Because if you just paint everything like very cartoony white, white is the lightest color you can get to. Like, pure white is the lightest color you get to. So if you do everything in pure whites, you don't get shadows. So you need to start with grays as your shadows. And then use a differing, like, paler and paler colors to get to your point. So probably do another glaze just to make everything a little bit more cohesive once this dries. Because I want it to be even whiter. I don't want it to be kind of gray at all on top. It's just there for the shadows. And then, again, we'll do extreme whites. I just don't want to do the extreme whites today, because they're in this, like, tube. And oil paint is such a fucking pain to deal with that I just don't really want it today. But this is actually mechanically the lightest white you can get. This is pure titanium white. This is the lightest you can get. It does not get whiter than this. This is the Scotland of colors. It does not get paler. It's a pain to work with. So I'd like to not do it today, frankly. We're going to give this another couple minutes just to dry. It's almost dry, because there's such a high percentage of water to color. that it kind of almost evaporates like really, really fast. So again, we're gonna load up our brush. A little bit of gray in there. I don't really want the gray. We'll load up with our cold white again, and then again we're just gonna glaze it a little bit harder. Like a Baldur's Gate fan with Larian. You can't come at me for that. I am also a Baldur's Gate fan. And just a Larian fan. I didn't really know much about D&D before Baldur's Gate was announced. I got onto D&D from Baldur's Gate, to be honest. Like in the beta. I had it since the beta. There was some cool stuff in the beta they ended up taking out. It's kind of sad about it. Will was a lot more of an asshole. So was Astarion, actually. They're both much bigger dicks. Will was a lot more. It was a lot less of like an actual hero and more like a guy pretending to be a hero. Everyone was quite a bit different, actually. There's a lot of changes I preferred in the beta that were cut, to be honest. But yeah, I'm just going to deposit color. You basically want to put more color where you want it to be. That's fun. It is very fun. I'm glad you're enjoying it, because that is my favorite game of all time. Very, very good game. Harlock best girl. How can you confirm exactly? Well, that they're playing the game? I assume they've asked each other. That's usually how you can confirm things with friends. You just straight up ask them and be like, "Hey, what's up in your life? Anything I can help you with?" Which is not manipulation; it is help. I really should be doing this a lot more, like forwards. We're on a call, lmao. Reddy's gonna ship you. I hope you know that. But she's gonna be really sad in the process. Cause she's like, damn, that's not a woman. Your ships are alive, of course. You've already shipped and you've been shipping. Of course you have. Da 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 da. Da da da. Da 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 da. Da da da. All right. I think that's probably glazed appropriately. You're not getting any lighter. Got a lot more weight in there. True. That's very true. You don't see chemistry. You see a single interaction. All right. There we go. That is probably all I'm going to be able to do today, because that is going to be unusable until it's dry. You're gonna have to wait till that dries till I can do any more. But we made good progress. We got the wings to a standard where it's just highlights next. We just have to do highlights for the wings. Everyone, you're supposed to win. You're losing another ship. I'm fine with that ship dying. I hate to tell you this, but I'm so fine with the ship dying. I just don't care. Yeah, as much as I might like to do more painting, at some point you do have to let things dry if you're doing glazing. The downside of glazing, actually. Please let it sink. The ship never sailed in the first place. True. Can I get a true in chat? Can I get a true? Let it drown. Hey, that's not fair to call ready it. They're at least a he. Alright. So that's gonna need to dry. This can go in the bin. I'm just gonna put my paints back real quick. Da, 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 da. Down, da, da. Da, da, da. Da, 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 da. I'm gonna go move this to a place to go dry. Basically, I have a shelf out of view of the camera where I oh. It's all up here. It's in like a cabinet. Like a paint stand and stuff. It's a lot more convenient, let me tell you, than just having everything there. You know, enemies to lovers when you see them? I don't think you do. Not gonna lie. I think you see people as fat material. And this is why you keep getting discarded like a leftover condom. How the fuck do I put this away again? Okay, why are you calling me a brat? I've done nothing bratty. I fought against a ship. I do not know how to put this away. Balls. How the hell do I do this? I do this and then this? No, that doesn't work. So this has to be with this, right? That doesn't work. I don't know how to put this back together. What? No, because this stays in here. What? This goes on here to keep paints, like, from, like, drying out, right? No. That goes on there. But that doesn't go with there. Huh? Huh? I'm so confused. I'm trying to put my stuff back together. I'm so confused. What? This does go together, by the way. This is like a 3-part thing. Unless this goes in here? No, because it doesn't sit in there. I don't think I am. Unless that goes in there. Oh, then that can go in there, and then that can go on there. Ah, there we go. We got it. We got it, chat. Ba, ba, da, ba, ba, ba. Why would you do that, though? What purpose would that serve? You don't even like that. I don't think I've ever even had a social interaction with them. You could if you try. I don't think you could. I'm gonna be honest. I don't like either of them, frankly. They're both disgusting. And they both remind me of some kind of strange meat homunculus. I'm fully convinced they're the same person, because I don't think we could have friends. As I've chat and YouTube comments, we haven't interacted, no. That's what I thought. I mean, I sent you one D&D guy, because you asked. That was it. I think that's it. Open AO3 and said true. Gonna get out true. Been useful. Told ya. Told you that fucker is way more fun than just normal 5e. That fucker's great. Thank you, Nix. Yeah, you should fucking thank me. And don't thank the actual creator who makes good content, and instead thank the one who sent it to you instead. Okay, why is this video getting no views? Let me just re-upload that video real quick, because that has gotten no views in several hours, so I'm going to assume YouTube has killed it for some reason, and we're just going to re-upload that. Such a good boy-girl thing. Such a good chatty little bitch. It's fun to see you try to be mean. I don't have to try to be mean, I have to try to be nice. I'm from Scotland, cunt. Mean is my normal. Whenever I have issues with friends, I have to have someone else mediate because I'm gonna tell them what the problem is, and that's so mean. You can't just do that. I'm sorry, but I'm not gonna beat around the bush. Tell me what your problem is, you fucker. Yeah, let's just do this. I'll try not recommend a video if that works better. That's good though, being honest. Yeah, but apparently it's rude to look someone in the eye and go, "Hey, fucking tell me what's wrong." No, you can't leave. You're gonna tell me the fucking issue right now. I will tell you what's up. I won't fucking hide it. It's being a good human being. Some people are sensitive. And some people don't like it when you message them and you go, "Hey, stop being a fucking asshole." Hence why people mediate for me. I have to. It takes me like 40 minutes to send a message if I have a problem with someone because I have to have it mediated by like 3 people. This has been a recent issue. Yes, but you care about them? Apparently that's what causes issues. To be fair, I also do it if I don't like people. The same response. I walk up to you, I look you in the eyes and go, "Tell me what's up." This is how it goes. You aren't the problem. Tell that to all of us. We are aware. What was I gonna do? Ba 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 ba. All right, let's post links to YouTube Shorts, da 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 da, and let's post links to TikTok, ba da da da, so that I can get some views. To make the views get bigger, because the more views I get, the more chance I become large, and the more chance I become large, the more money I have to pump into stream. That's how it works. You just did. You left with this, lmao. Okay. Time to think of 2 different comments. You don't have to. It's up to you. But yes, I am going to go for this here evening. It's your job, Taru. Can I get a true chat? I'm gonna go. I'm going to be back here probably tomorrow night, but we'll see how stressed I am with getting shit done. Because again, I have a lot I have to do. If I'm not back here tomorrow, I'll probably definitely be back here Saturday. We'll see. One of those 2 days will probably be my day off, but I might not make it my day off because I do enjoy streaming. If you want more viewers, I should stop moaning into the microphone. I feel like if I moaned into the microphone more, I would get more viewers. I feel like I would be more successful in Fansly than I was. Did I ever tell chat when my parents learned I made money streaming? They thought I was on OnlyFans, Blue Channel. They thought only my fans were watching me on the Blue Twitch. That's how I'm gonna word it. Yeah, no, they fully thought I was doing that. I feel like I would make more money. If I was more attractive, I'm not gonna lie, I would probably be on there. Doesn't ask me if your content was free. That was so funny, and I can't believe you showed your cousin this account. I can't believe you showed your cousin this shit. That's so funny. That's so fucking funny, bro. That's so fucking funny. That's fucking funny. I can't believe you brought your cousin here and didn't expect what happened to happen, unless you enjoyed it, unless that was the goal. Was that the goal? Was that really the goal? I am not. This is a lie, and mods me the comment deleted because we can't say that word on Twitch. I don't care about what they think about what I watched, to be honest. Did you like the fact that they called you, that I called you a masochist? Hmm? Did you like that? Hmm? Is that what you enjoyed? Is that what you liked? Not sure, call me that again to self-assessed.
You're such a dirty little masochist for me, pretty girl.
Have you self-assessed? Have you assessed yourself? The content label? Yeah. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's like last 5 minutes of stream. I can do a thing. I can do a thing. You're not supposed to be in here if you're a minor anyway. Am I gonna raid someone? I don't know anyone to raid. That's my problem with raiding. Sure, you're supposed to. Sure, it's good. Sure, it's nice. I don't know people. There's like 2 streamers that I actually know semi-personally, and they both stream before I do. And not today. Aya doesn't stream on Thursdays. It's like Wednesdays at like 2 p.m. or some shit. I don't know what the fuck that guy's schedule is. I mean, if you're live, if not random people. Yeah, that's fair. I'm just terrified of the concept of just raiding anyone. Generally. So if I can't raid someone I know, because if you raid a big streamer, there's no point. Anyone can raid a big streamer. There's no fucking point. They don't need it. I don't know who that is, and you're not allowed to promote people in Twitch chats. This is like the #1 Twitch rule. Mods. Mods. There's 2 of you in here today. There's not even the excuse of 1. There's 2. There's actually 2. There's actually 2 of y'all. But yeah. You deleted the wrong message. Yes, that's promoting. That's what that is. That's what that is. That's what promoting is. It's not allowed. Yeah, I'm gonna go and do my thing. My other fear with Twitch, right, is because the reason I don't raid random people anymore, I did for a while. There's so many like actual Nazis on Twitch. like actually. Like straight up there's so many horrific people that unless I know you personally, I don't want to give you any attention. Like if I don't actually if I haven't seen your content before, if I haven't met you and I haven't talked to you, I don't want to give you anything, and I also don't want to expose my viewers to it. Like Twitch has been so bad at cracking down on like right-wing propaganda recently that like I just don't want to expose people to it. I don't want people to get views as a result of saying horrific shit, and I don't want to help it in any way. Like I have 8 viewers. So it's probably less about giving them exposure and it's more about exposing my viewers to content like that. If I haven't seen your stuff before, I cannot trust that you're not gonna say like hateful shit, you know? So I should probably go and like just research other streamers who stream around this time, but I'm not gonna click on someone random because I don't want to expose people to harmful content. Anyway, rant over. I'm gonna see you around. I hope you enjoy this Warhammer painting stream. Is a little bit different than usual. A little bit different. I hope you enjoyed. The camera's not the best. I don't have a great camera for this. I'll figure it out for the future. It was not terrible, but I will see you around. Have a great one, and yeah,